Okay, so I decided to mash the record button. I just want to speak with you for a quick minute and just get some things out in the universe and let the universe do what it needs to do in order for you to be balanced and have harmonious and be filled with gratitude. I'm coming to do a topic on April 22nd about the connection of us together, all together, how we can make things work in harmony. Because each thing, each person, we need each other more than we think we do. And we're going to renew our vows to our core self on April 22nd, because it's the time in the season, not just for the overpass, but for spring is coming in, and so therefore we going to spring too. You get what I mean? We're gonna be full of joy, bliss, growth. Around this time, spring, you see a lot of green, so you can think of healing. I would want you guys to wear some green every day if possible. I try to, actually, I started February 14th. I don't know what is it about February 14th, but okay, we're going to leave that right there. But I started April 14th. And the celebration lasts up until April 22nd. And I'm going to talk about the connection and the disconnection between humans and the spirits. Because I feel like once we all know our place, we will all make this a better place to earth, to raise our children, to respect each other, to love one another and thyself just as well. Okay. But that's what I will be doing a broadcast on April 22nd. I hope you guys will join me. You have to excuse my voice, it's a little cracky, but I'm really in a relaxed mode right now, so I'm gonna sound like this. But oh, excuse me. But I definitely want to point out some things and show how people that are trying to enlighten can't be ready to enlighten, or should I say, their heart ain't in the right place to enlighten the next heart, because they don't know where they're coming from when they're speaking words. Okay. And we all know now that magic is real. No matter if it's white magic, black magic, purple magic, your magic. Magic is real. It's energies. And we all definitely have those. And it's all how you utilize the energies that you put your purpose in. It's all about what you put your in, what purpose, your energy, what you trying to do. A thought can get you exactly what you want So a lot of people go to add extra tools and things to their rituals, to their words, to their altar to bring in a more vibrant energy that's focusing more on in the subject, the purpose, just like this, for example, green candles, green food, um, green clothes, green. It can be for your healing, your money. What else is associated for earth? Like, I feel like green is like a all around color. You get what I mean? It's like it does a lot. So that's why I say you have to have a purpose. Okay. And we know that all things new through magic, even if you're doing it for bad. I hear that you will reap what you sow, and it's not that I'm just hear it. I'm a living witness to it, that reaping what you put out. I believe in reaping what you put out. So why not put out something positive so that you can get positive results? Yeah, it's easier said than done, don't get me wrong, but once you've been through a couple cycles here, you'll understand how to maneuver through situations with these same devils and situations, because I'm just going to use the Christian term when it comes to lords, gods, and the devils. You deal with them. I like to call it even doing myself. The one that wants to harm is evil. And then you have your ones that wants to love, or love, and it's love, because we know that love connects us above to the Most High, because how many times has Christian terms, He saved your life and mine too. But I also going to talk about some other things as far as in how as America we adopted holidays off of celebrations for the plantations that had our ancestors enslaved to believe in Christianity. They didn't want them to have the drums, conjuring up spirits, entities, conjuring up entities that they knew worked before these people even came and interrupted them on their own land. Okay? To bring them to another place, to work for them, to make them adapt to something just because they needed to live for themselves, their husband, and their community as of African Americans, Afro Americans. It's deep, and we're here to free our ancestors and let them breathe, because we got it hard, but they sure enough had it hard. And these children that we're raising, God, we ask that you, Messiah, cover them from their head, God, to the sole of their feet, because they're coming up in a time where things are rapidly changing, and they not going to be able to absorb or take in all of this, what's going on, to a degree where it's healthy for the mind, body, and soul. Okay, these are microwave generation. This is the fastest pace of turning a chicken into an egg. I mean, turning a chicken into an egg, turning an egg into a chicken. You get what I'm trying to say. Okay. But that's just some of the things that we're gonna touch up on the podcast. I'm not sure how I'm gonna come, but it's probably gonna be a black screen because of the protection I'm in right now. The rims that's being elevated, the portals that's being open to communicate and to create. So I'm definitely going to take the opportunity to speak with you guys, and like I said, just continue to slide with me on this journey, and I promise not to mislead you, because I don't want to be misled, okay? And we also are going to talk about the biblical and what would you rip out from the biblical book supposedly be, which we all know that it's not biblically, as far as going back as the 7th and the 8th century. That was way before Christ. So we're going to talk about all of that so we can get a fair understanding, if nothing else. Okay, because we should be getting paid for all of that. What happened as a culture, as a community, as a child, a grandchild, a mother, a son of the Afro Negro community. But I'll be asking you guys to come and join me, and let's renew our vows to each other, because I'm feeling like also, if you're not acknowledging others, then how can we? How can we be whole? And how can we walk around saying that we're whole when you're not acknowledging others, no matter their status, their situation? Just really opening your heart up and loving them like you would want them to love you, or that particular person. You know, you might have this particular person, you want them to love you in a certain fabric, in a certain manner, in a certain respect. So therefore, you need to be able to give that just as well, you know, in that manner, in that fabric, in that respect. You get what I'm saying? In that mental, in that physical, in that spiritual. It all has to align in order for you to feel beautiful, whole, connected to the whole creation. Because that's what I'm telling you once again. We are not whole if we're not sensitive to others, or acknowledging that others exist and that they have feelings, and that somehow, somewhere, it need to be a certain level of peace and respect out here to where everybody feel whole, so that you could be a part of the whole creation. Because if the whole creation cannot be created within individuals, how can you feel whole within the creation of the Most High? But we have so many walking around, saying that, oh, we're whole, we holy, we feel good, we're balanced. I don't got no hate in my heart. But in reality, your hate show, your jealousy show, your envy is show, your black magic is show, and it reverts back to you tenfold. So that's how I know that we're not whole and we're not operating in the will, the alignment of the Most High gods. Okay? We have teachers, healers, prophets, preachers, all of that they have came before us. That went through the same things, that was able to leave us some information, and you have to use your discernment to know what to stick by and what to let go. Okay, and that's just some of the things we're going to talk about. I'm just making this recorded for myself, so when I get to this night or whichever hour I choose to present this, Holy Spirit will definitely be right there on the scene, guiding and leading me through this, because I'm being a vessel for Him to be used so that I can cover some of these areas that needs to be covered in these four corners of this earth, because if not now, then it will never be never. And I hate to say something like that. As much inspiration as I have within myself, much light and hope as I have within myself, but it's my people that I hope, I put my hope in, that they will see my light and they will take, a stand and shine with me, beside me, equality, not looking at me like an enemy or a threat to be. No, equality. You know what I'm saying? And that's why it's like, we're going to live this out. We're going to definitely live this out, because we're connecting with like-minded, and we leaving the rest behind because it's no longer serving our higher purpose. And never feel alone is what I just heard for some reason, like, because a lot of us that are chosen, we feel alone because the jobs that we have to perform are very strategic, and we have to be alone a lot to get it done. But it's okay, because you're always with your spirit team in there with you. And y'all know how your spirit guys work with you. And if you don't, then that's something that you need to come in contact with, that we're going to get you on your journey and get you on your right path, so you can sign the right contracts to your life and live abundantly, and not having to hate on a real G. Y'all know I get in my little D-boy stand and want to, kick a verse or two, might even, whatever. But we going to get through, okay? And I know a lot of people always keep saying, they keep saying it. They keep saying we're going to be all right. They keep saying it's going to change. But see, if your mind frame is not elevating to say, oh, I'm going to be good, regardless of the circumstances and the challenges, I'm going to stand up in it. I'm going to stand up in the light. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to put the energy before you, especially when you carry a certain light. You know how you have light bulbs and there are different watts of light bulbs? You might get a 60 or whatever. But it all depends on how high you vibing. And that's you connecting to your inner self, knowing who you are, walking in your purpose, and in the alignment with the Most High, that you can first dare say, I'm a whole to myself. Now let's be whole together, because that's what we was created to do. Somehow a piece of you is a piece of me, and I'm a piece of you. You get what I'm saying? So let's work this out. But what I'm not going to deal with, because I already got my stamp, I'm approved, I'm good. I got my seal. I am qualified to be alone on this journey because I have a spirit team, and I'm doing my part to be whole within me as an individual, to be whole of the whole creation of the great creation. We all need to play our part. And what I'm saying, like I said, what I will not be a part of is something fake, as far as people knowing in their heart that they're not whole. They don't know how to love their self, so they don't know how to love you. You got to start watching what people type on Facebook, Twitter, IG. You have to look at their actions, their body language, okay? Their energy is very important. It says a lot, but a lot of people can't pick up on certain things because they're right there with that same person that's in that I like to call it that 5 and below energy. Because it was a method that I was taught in school, but like once you get to 5, you have a choice to go backwards or forward here. 5 seemed like the mountaintop. You get what I'm saying? So you gonna rock forward, or you gonna go back to the 5 and below. You're going back to 5 and below. You get what I'm saying? But I say all of that.